ऑडिटर्स सब उस मीटिंग में रहते हैं और बजट के ऊपर उनके जो भी प्रश्न है उसका हम क्लैरिफिकेशन या जवाब देते हैं। उसको उससे निकले हुए सुझावों को भी हम लेते हैं और जहां पॉसिबल हो वहां उसको फाइनेंस बिल के डिस्कशन के समय अमेंडमेंट के तहत ऐड भी करते हैं। इस श्रृंखला में इस साल बजट पेश करने के बाद पहला विजिट आउटसाइड ऑफ दिल्ली, जैसे पिछले 3-4 बार भी हुआ, मुंबई में फर्स्ट मीटिंग आउटरीच हुआ है। आज अच्छा सा इंटरेक्शन हुआ मुंबई के इंडस्ट्री और चेंबर्स ऑफ कॉमर्स के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव, टैक्स एक्सपर्ट, कंसल्टेंट्स वगैरह के साथ। पूरे मंत्रालय के अधिकारीगण सब उनमें भाग लिए। यही है कॉन्टेक्स्ट और बजट के विषय में चर्चा। कॉन्टेक्स्ट यही है प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस का भी। इसीलिए आई ओपन अप and leave ma'am to organize how we want you,
धन्यवाद,
how you want us to answer.
मैं पहले CNBC के यश को बोलती हूँ, आप क्वेश्चन पूछ लीजिए। यश।
Good afternoon, ma'am, and the entire team. I'm Yash from CNBC-TV18. First of all, I just want to congratulate the entire team on delivering a budget which is being very well received. My question is on certain announcements which have come for the insurance sector. And I will try to encapsulate my question so that in one go it can be answered. First question is, we are at a time when the regulator, insurance regulator, the industry is trying to increase insurance sale and penetration. At this point, what we've received is taxation on high-ticket long-term savings policy. Do you think this could come in the way of increasing insurance penetration? Second question is on taxation on insurance policies. We have GST also on these long-term policies, and you said at the time of maturity they will be taxed. Could we not have a single tax? Do these both taxes have to exist? And one final question, ma'am. Why did we not look at an LTCG kind of taxation on these policies? Why does it have to be your income and not LTCG, just like we have in other investments? Thank you so much.
I'll certainly have the respective secretaries answer in specific. I just want to give a little bit of an introduction to the way in which we look at taxation. In this specific case, tax is being levied on annual premium, which is over a certain number. If just the premium is 5 lakh or more in a year, insurance penetration, as I imagine, is to deepen the penetration or deepen the insurance cover available for India and accessible for Indians. First of all, the idea of penetration and the potential that exists in India for insurance is that majority of our population is still not yet completely covered. And therefore, in this context, if a premium is being paid at 5 lakhs or more, and if tax is levied on them, it is not on the back of 5 lakh per annum premium, one person, that penetration can happen. I'm sure you get where I'm coming from. I want 5 lakh and more premium also, let them also have many more such. I have no problem. The restriction is not being brought in. No restriction is being brought in. We're not saying you can't take one more insurance. Even this person can take one more insurance if he wants. But it should also cover others. But if you're able to pay that kind of an amount for a premium, what would be your salary? So please also look at it from that point of view than conflating two different things. Insurance deepening. It's not going against insurance deepening. We want more people to get covered. But let's also be looking at some other factors which go into it. If the premium that you're paying is this much, what is your salary? So let's also look at it. So don't conflict two things which are not at odds with each other. Both can be simultaneously exist. But for more details on the second and the third that you've asked, yes, Somnath.
I will start and Mr. Malhotra will supplement what I say. I'll give you the intent behind the proposal as Honorable Finance Minister has very clearly set out. Any term insurance policy of any value. So what is insurance? Insurance is meant to be insurance. So if it is insurance, it remains tax-free, even if the sum assured is any number, however high it is. So this is not targeting insurance qua insurance. It is targeting investments which come in the garb of insurance, and that too very high value policies. Typically, the policies that we are talking about have a sum assured exceeding 1 crore is the kind of policy, depending of course on age and medical condition and so on. Secondly, we have credible information, evidence that this is becoming a tax avoidance device where people are using the clothing of insurance to obtain high tax-free incomes. The government's policy is, as enunciated by the Finance Minister in this budget speech very clearly, is to have lower marginal rates but higher coverage and fewer places to hide. So this is basically an anti-evasion measure. And Mr. Malhotra will add to.
Sir, you have summed it up very well. And in fact, ma'am, I was very happy that, we didn't get this question from the insurance sector, which was present there. This question again, is coming from the journalists. So I really do not. So I feel, that they understand the intent, and that's why, they never raise this question. They raise questions, related to clarifications, etc., related to that, related to insurance. Coming to GST, let's keep in mind that there is GST, whenever you buy other capital goods. Whether you buy real estate, whether you buy gold, there is a GST there. And then you also pay a capital gains tax, when there is a capital appreciation. So why, the special dispensation for insurance? I hope that answers the question.
Mr. Ramkumar from the Hind.
They will coexist. And I add one more point. For insurance penetration, the government has done something very big. There are two policies which are available, which are so cheap that every citizen can, without batting an eyelid, give a direct debit mandate, which is the Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana and the Suraksha Bima Yojana. That is the main means of insurance penetration for those who cannot afford insurance. So I think the two should not be conflated, as Finance Minister said.
Mr. Ramkumar.
In FY22 budget, you had announced about, taking two public sector banks, on the privatization path. So just wanted to understand how far you have moved down that path. Is there any update on that, or whether you have dropped that proposal?
There's no update on that.
Sorry?
There's no update on that, which means I've answered the other two questions as well.
Shishir.
धन्यवाद मैम। मेरा सवाल टैक्सेशन से है। दरअसल इस वक्त अगर देश में देखा जाए तो 2 टैक्सेशन